Hello everyone, welcome back to Bleed Electrical. I am Triveli Naidu from the Department of Electrical Engineering at St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. We have already started with the DC circuits. Now is the time to learn the Kirchhoff's laws. So let us start. Kirchhoff's current law. What is this law? Current flowing into a node must be equal to the current flowing out of the node. If we talk in simple language, then incoming current should be equal to the outgoing current. Let us take for an example, this is a node. This is current IA flowing towards this node. That means this is an entering current. Now let us take another current IB which is flowing away from the node. Here we take IC, similarly ID, IE and IF. You find the current that is coming towards the node is known as the incoming current, whereas the current that is going away from the node is the outgoing current. So we find IA, IE and IF are all incoming current, while IB, IC and ID are all outgoing current. So simply, if we want to apply Kirchhoff's current law to this diagram, we can write it as incoming current is equal to outgoing current. And we found IA, IE, IF were incoming currents, which is now equal to IB, IC and ID. This can be written in another way like this. So, this equation, if I bring outgoing current towards the left hand side, I can equate it to 0. This is how we deal with the equations, right? Now in this, if we want to write this representation, we have to ensure that incoming current is taken positive. Okay, I repeat it again. We have to ensure that the incoming current is taken positive and the outgoing current is taken negative. Okay, so here we all knew that IA, IE and IF were incoming, so I've taken it positive, whereas IB, IC and ID were outgoing currents, so I've taken it as negative and we have equated it to 0. So this is how you apply Kirchhoff's current law. Now, to understand Kirchhoff's voltage law, let us first understand what are the sign conventions required to solve these numericals. Firstly, let us talk about the EMF. If we have EMF like this, we know that this bigger line is standing for positive polarity and the smaller one is standing for the negative polarity. Now, if I consider this is the direction of current, yes, because current always flows from positive to negative. So definitely this positive polarity will give you the arising current. So this is the direction of current. But let me decide my tracing path in which I am going to calculate or in which I am going to write the expression. So this is my tracing path. Let me see according to my path. I am traveling from left hand side to the right hand side. While traveling, I come across the positive potential first and then the negative potential. That means the higher potential to the lower potential. So there is a drop in potential. If I'm traveling from the positive potential or the higher potential to the lower potential, then I am coming across a potential drop. And potential drops are always taken negative. So I'll write minus E in the expression. This is the first sign convention. Secondly, if I have the same diagram again, same direction of current again, but I change the tracing path. Now let me say my tracing path is from right hand side to the left hand side. Now I find that firstly I will come across minus, that is the lower potential or minus polarity, negative polarity, and then I travel towards the higher potential, that is the plus sign. So here in the way, firstly I come across the lower potential and I'm traveling from the lower potential to the higher potential. That means there is potential rise and potential rise is always taken as positive. So we'll write plus E in the expression. Now thirdly, let us take this polarity is reversed. Now, according to the polarity, the negative side is this and the positive side is this. I have simply changed the polarity of the EMF source over here. So the direction of current will absolutely changed. Now this is the direction of current because of the polarity, because current will start flowing from the higher potential to the lower potential. So it is flowing like this. Now let us take a tracing path. Now I am traveling from left towards right hand side. So while in that way I am coming across the lower potential first and then the higher potential. That means there is rise in potential. So you have a positive sign and we write the expression as plus E. Now, fourth thing that we can consider is we are keeping the polarity as it is, but changing the tracing path. The direction of tracing path now is from the right hand side towards the left hand side. So, this is the changing path. So, I'm traveling from a higher potential to a lower potential. That gives you a potential drop, which we have to write it as negative. So expression will be written as minus E. Now we have seen all the possibilities in case of EMF sources. Let us see what about the IR drops. So if I have a resistance, now I need to have for sure the direction of current, otherwise I will not be able to predict whether it's a potential rise or a potential drop. More or less it is always given in the numerical. So now let me take for example the current direction is this. So the current is flowing from the left hand side to the right hand side. The moment the current enters will give you the positive polarity and where it leaves will give you the negative polarity. So this becomes your plus and this becomes your minus. Why? Because the current is entering from this side. Now let us take a tracing path. Now I am traveling from the left hand side towards the right hand side. So meanwhile, firstly I'll come across the higher potential and thereafter I'll come across the lower potential. And if this is the case, then there is potential drop and we have to write it as negative. But we are talking about voltage. So voltage is, according to the Ohm's law, it is I into R. So I have to write V is equal to IR. So I have to write the expression as IR with a negative sign because it is a drop in potential. Now secondly, let us talk more about this. Let us change the direction of current or tracing path. Will change the direction of tracing path. The direction of current is similar. Now we have the polarity is also similar. Here the current enters, that is why you're having a positive sign. Here it exits, so you are having a negative sign. So tracing path is from right hand side to the left hand side now. So we are coming across the negative polarity first and then the positive polarity. That means we are coming across the lower potential first and thereafter the higher potential. We are traveling from the lower to higher potential. That means there is rise. So this is potential rise. So we write it as positive. So expression becomes plus IR. Now let us see the third condition. Now again, the polarity of current I have changed. If current is entering from this side, so the plus sign should come this side. Okay, wherever the current enters is plus and where is exits is minus. So this is minus. Okay, now I am not changing the tracing path. The tracing path remains the same. So now I am undergoing this position where negative polarity comes first, that is lower potential, and afterwards comes the positive polarity, that means the higher potential. That means now there is change in potential from lower to higher, so we can say this is a rise, so we write it as plus IR. Then fourth condition and the last condition is if I consider this current with the same polarity and change the tracing path. Now, if I change this tracing path, I find that where my current entered is plus. That means I am undergoing the higher polarity first or higher potential first, then the lower potential. That means there is a voltage drop, potential drop. So I'll write the expression as minus IR. So let us now pay attention to what is Kirchhoff's law. In a closed loop network, the summation of all the potential rises is equal to the net potential drops. This is why we need to find out all the potential rises and all the potential drops. Now, once I have found out what are the potential rises and what are the potential drops, I can simply write the expression. So, for this, let us consider an example. So, this is a circuit given to you, okay? Now in this you have this resistance as R1. Let us say that this current is I1. You have the current entering is from down to upper portion. So plus sign will appear over here because current entering is positive and current exiting is negative. So this is all about this particular branch. Let us see further. This is my tracing path. So this is my tracing path. Okay, if this is my tracing path, then I'll be traveling from the higher potential to the lower potential, obviously. So this will be a voltage drop. Similarly, let us consider branch with resistance R2. Here you have having the current which is flowing from the left hand side to the right hand side. Let us say this is the plus. Why? Because the current is entering from here, so plus sign would be here and negative sign would be here. Let us now consider a tracing path. Let me have the tracing path from the left hand side to the right hand side. I am going clockwise. Okay, I am going clockwise. Okay. You can also go anti-clockwise. The equation will not change. The expression will be the same. Okay, but you have to follow each and every sign convention. Now I'm moving from the left hand side to the right hand side where I come across the higher potential first and then the lower potential. So this is a potential drop. I write the expression as minus I2 R2. Similarly, let us have a look at this branch with resistance R3. Now the current direction is over here. I find it I3 at the bottom from down to up. So where will be the plus sign now? Wherever it is entering the resistance. So this would be the plus sign and this would be the minus sign. But what about the tracing path? I want to follow clockwise direction. So I'll simply, I have started over here. I came here. I'm going downwards. So this is the clockwise direction. So let me follow this way. But according to my tracing path, I come across the minus sign plus. Minus sign first, that is the lower potential first, and then thereafter the higher potential. So this is what? This is a potential rise. So I write the expression as plus I3 R3. And finally, you have an EMF source over here. Okay, this EMF source, now let us see. See, it doesn't require the sign convention of a current. Okay, it is self-sufficient. Plus sign indicates current is starting from here. Okay, I just need to concentrate at the tracing path. If I see the tracing path, it is from the right hand side to the left hand side. That means I'm coming across the lower potential first and thereafter the higher potential. That means there is a rise. So potential rise. So I can write the expression as plus E. So let us write the expression. Now sum of all potential rise plus sum of all potential drops is equal to 0. That is what we said. And potential rises are taken as positive and all the potential drops are taken as negative. So here you find what are the drops? This is drop minus I1 R1 minus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 and plus E is equal to 0. Or you can simply shift all the negatives this side and say that sum of all potential rises is equal to sum of all potential drops. This is also possible. This is equally correct. Okay, so expression can be written like this or it could be summarized like this as per your convenience. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and keep updated